Greetings, dear ones. My name is Drax16, and thank you for joining me for another video. I wanted to do just a quick life update. It's been a while since I've talked about mental health, but I do intend to make this channel about mental health in some cases because that's a place that really hits home for me. That really is something that I battle with on a daily basis. In fact, multiple times a day, sometimes for hours on end, I would get these hallucinations, or rather, I do get hallucinations. Um, but yeah, my one of my family members is in the hospital right now. They had a pretty severe medical health emergency, so they were rushed to the hospital. So prayers for this person from my family would be appreciated. Much obliged. So thank you for. And you don't have to post that you were praying. I mean, I don't ask people to comment or rate or subscribe or whatever. I leave that up to you guys to decide. I leave it up to the Lord to make this channel as big as He wants or as small as He wants. For the time being, it's a very, very tiny channel. I only have like 170 something, 176 last time I looked. But yeah, that was going to be a big thing for me. It's that I'm never going to ask someone to subscribe or to rate or even to give me money over PayPal or Patreon or whatever. I'm trying to get stuff to you. I'm not trying to get something from you. So whether you want to watch my videos or rate or subscribe or whatever, that's entirely up to you. But I do appreciate it though. I do appreciate every view that my channel gets. I do appreciate all the subscriptions and views and ratings and all that. So I do appreciate it. But every time I go to a YouTube channel that whatever, I'm getting off topic here. My point is, so I guess I could tell you a bit about my. Sorry, my dogs are howling in the background. If you can hear them, I apologize. It's almost time for them to eat dinner, so and they're a little bit agitated that they're not getting it just the way they want it to at the exact time that they beg for it. But anyways, so yeah, I've been having some really, really nasty hallucinations recently. In fact, just a couple days ago, I had one that lasted 6 hours. Yep, you heard me right. 6 hours. I had a hallucination that lasted for 6 hours. That's the longest I've ever had in my life. But I could hear voices that told me to, as I've said in some of my other videos, they claim to be from my higher self, SELF. They claim to be my higher self, or sometimes they ask me to pray to my higher self for help, and and they just and sometimes they'll even pretend to be good. Sometimes they'll claim to be uh, I'm not sure how to say this, but beneficial maybe. Like they seem to like they care about me, but then all of a sudden they'll just get me to try to they almost get me to worship my higher self. But the entire concept of a higher self is a bunch of new age garbage. It has no basis. It's not a fact. It's a bunch of new age nonsense that has been made up probably from the lips of Satan himself, because the new age is a very satanic religion. Well, it's not really an organized religion, but it's a set of religions. But it does have its accepted orthodoxy, it does have its priests, it does have its dogma. But anyways, so yeah, I had a hallucination for about 6 hours, and they were telling me to call upon my higher self in prayer. And sometimes they tell me to mutilate myself, to whip myself, or to cut myself, or even sometimes to kill myself. So that's very distressing for me. But sometimes, it helps to. quote scripture to combat these voices, because while I don't think that I'm possessed by demons, I do think that I have come into contact with demons before. I remember over a year ago, I had an experience with Satan. I did. I heard the voice of the devil himself, and he was absolutely furious at me. He was mad. He was absolutely mad and just crazed, just madness. But I don't think it's really all that helpful if you presume that all mental health problems are the result of satanic influences. It's just a problem with your brain. It has nothing to do with spirituality. Not just unbelieving people experience voices. I'm not an atheist. I'm a very religious person, and I still experience voices. I'm psychotic. That is to say, I suffer from psychosis. And psychosis is basically when someone is detached from reality. And so a psychotic person has delusions, which accurately describes what I go through. I do have hallucinations. But when I'm having a psychotic attack, I can't recognize what's real and what's false, because those voices sound just as clear to me as I'm hearing myself talking right now. So I can't, it's very difficult or sometimes even impossible for me to decipher between what's real and what's fake. I mean, I know that, medically speaking, these are just problems with my brain. I understand that, but that's not really helpful when it comes to treatment. It's not enough to just say, well, these things are just figments of your imagination. No, they're real to the person who is psychotic. They're as every bit as real as the sky being blue. So, yeah, I've just I've had a really bad stretch. I mean, I don't want to complain too much though, because you know, God tells us that those who endure to the end will be saved, and so there's always something to look forward to every day, and just to I urge you to go for a walk through a forest or something, or go camping or something. Do something that gets you out into the wilderness rather than being behind a TV screen or a computer screen for 10 hours a day. Go for a walk through the forest. There are so many things there that'll lift you up. Just the birds chirping, the trees, the smell that the forest gives off, the chipmunks that run around on the trees, or no, squirrels, sorry. Although there could be chipmunks there too. That's entirely possible. They're not as common as squirrels, though, here in Canada. Squirrels are far more common than chipmunks. But anyways, um, so yeah, that's been my life for the last few days. I don't even know if I'm gonna end up posting this video. It might not be up for very long, but I do intend to post some stuff in the relatively near future, probably within the next week of this video going up. But um, I don't know. This isn't going to be one of my best videos that gets the most hits, but I do appreciate you watching this video, and I hope that all of you have a beautiful day. God bless you.